Somebody's got to say groovy now. Groovy. What's going
Mm,
on?
Isn't great at the end of that one. What's going on, my man?
Not too much.
How we doing?
Doing good. We just got done watching High Plains Drifter up on Discord. That was fun.
Yeah. Always a good one.
Love that movie. First, oh yeah, you got the slip. I think I do have that. Is that the 4K?
That's the Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure you sent this to me because you bought the 4K.
I don't know. I probably did.
So you got the 4K and
Well, I didn't realize I had the slip. I should have sent it to you. That's nice.
you have the slip.
I don't know if I have the slip on the 4K I got. I have to look.
You bought it day one, bro.
I have to look. I forget. But that's a good slip too. I love that cover.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, you definitely have the slip.
But it was a good way to kick off Western Horror Week
Yeah.
because that's a classic one. A lot of people think it's not really horror, but it is horror. He's dead, Avenging Angel, you know.
Yeah.
And
Interesting movie.
and then tomorrow night we got Hell Comes to Frogtown, another classic. So
Yeah, I love that movie.
Western Week is starting off with a whip and a bang.
Yes, sir. And tonight we'll be doing the House on Haunted Hill remake from 1999. I don't own it on Blu-ray. Luckily, I had the VHS. I didn't watch the VHS, but it's a copy I'm showing off. Which
Yeah, I know it's
nowhere near as good as the OG poster. The OG poster
Yeah.
is so awesome. I wrote the haunted house and everything. But this
So-
is the type of posters they were doing in like the 1999. Like once the Scream
Yeah.
started, this is the floating head, you know.
yeah. So House on Haunted Hill came out right around I think 50 something, 57, 58.
The original.
The original. So that came out 45 years later. Yet a remake of a William Castle horror movie, 13 Ghosts, was another one we just watched on Discord not too long ago, and
Yeah. And Ghost Ship.
yeah, that's not William Castle, but those this is a remake of a William Castle movie. So was the other one, and I think I said that out of the two,
The Wax of William
13,
Castle?
13 Ghosts and no, House of Wax was in the William Castle movie. But it's an old movie. It's a remake of an old movie. But I think of all the two movies, I think I like this one the best over 13 Ghosts. But they gave me a similar vibe.
This over Ghost Ship?
No, no. Ghost Ship was better, but this was better, I thought, than 13 Ghosts. So,
Yeah.
was it as good as the original?
No.
No. But it was still pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, I'd probably go like Ghost Ship, House of Wax, and then this, and then 13 Ghosts probably. They even get a little Vincent Price ripoff in it too.
It's an homage to Vincent Price.
Yeah.
The guy had his last name was Price, and he was wearing the exact same costume as Vincent Price had on in the original movie, and he had the same look and sound. So yeah,
Yeah.
and that was Jeffrey Rush, who's British, did a pretty good job on his accent.
Yeah, he didn't do bad. I ain't got much horror news, but I figured I'd dive into it real quick. Since the show probably won't go crazy long tonight. I don't got much show and tell or anything tonight, anyways. I don't know. You might have a couple things.
Got a cat?
Yeah, that Predator Killer of Killers came out, and we watched that.
Yeah.
I actually rewatched Prey today because I never got to watch my 4K disc.
Yeah, I like that movie. It was good. Obviously being an anthology, some parts of it are better than others. I
Did
like
you see the post-credit scene at the end?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't. That connects like Prey.
Probably the Badlands, yeah.
No, Prey.
And Prey, yeah, because that's supposed to be the girl, I guess, or
Yeah,
somebody. I didn't think they got her in the end. I guess they're saying they did.
I guess. Oh yeah, you never really see, but I think they show at the end of Prey. They show like pictures, and it shows like
Right.
on of alien ships like invading the Indians' land or whatever. But
Yeah, I like 2/3. I like 2/3 of the movie better than the end, but overall it was good.
yeah, I gotta rewatch it for the ending because some people I've heard a lot of people say they absolutely love the ending.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe there was something we missed. I don't know, but yeah, I still, even though the animation was great and like the King Predator was fucking awesome, so that was cool.
Yeah, they got a couple of good looks at different types of predators.
Yeah, but yeah,
But I was thinking about it after we watched the movie, and it doesn't really jive. The segment where he's fighting the ninjas, no, not the ninjas, but he's fighting with the Vikings in the north in the snow, doesn't hold true to the mythology they've set up of the predator, which is he's drawn to heat and conflict, and that's why pretty much every movie you've seen, it's always a hot spot, like a war going on, a really hot place. You don't see them in the snow because that's not what they set up in the original movie. But whatever.
yeah, that's not really a big deal. Maybe it's a test of them trying to.
They said, wait a minute, they said in the lawyer, he's drawn to all the places he's come to in the past.
Well,
He's
that's
always
how
been
they
drawn
end up
by
beating-
heat and violence.
That's how they end up beating them. Is the thing.
Right, which is a cheat because he would have put himself in that predicament if they held true to the mythology.
And that's how in Prey how she beats him because she takes that flower thing and it like makes her body cold or whatever. So,
Right.
which
But it was still a warmer continent. It wasn't really
And
frozen.
probably more for the cinema, like for the atmosphere and all that. You know what I mean? And plus, like Vikings grew up in that cold, harsh winter.
Well, I know, that's why maybe they should have done something other than Vikings. But whatever.
No, it was still dope. That's like a
Predator 1, Duke, Jungle, hot. Predator 2, Los Angeles, appropriate. Heat and hot. Predators with Adrian Brody, brought to a jungle, heat and hot. I can go on and on. It's just the way it is.
not
It's
the
mythology.
Predator. The Predator, they didn't have that.
Are you talking about the remake, the 2018 Predator?
Yeah, that's not a remake.
Not remake, but he wasn't in the cold area then.
He wasn't in the hot area. It was
It was hot, it was warm. It wasn't boiling, but wasn't freezing either.
That's not a gripe though.
But no, it's not great. It's just an observation.
There's no fucking thing in the handbook of predators that they only hunt in the heat.
They said that
They're hunters.
Danny Glover said it. The other one.
Danny Glover doesn't know shit.
And Duke said it. All these others, they're drawing the heat.
They're guessing. They're guessing. They don't know shit.
They knew.
No, they
don't. You diss that fucking Predator 2 movie, man.
Predators go
who knew?
Trophies.
Fucking, you know who knew? I'll tell you who fucking knew. Fucking, what's his face? Jenny Busey knew in that fucking Predator 2 movie. He knew because he was tracking them all over the world. He said, it's always heat and conflict. It is. But whatever. You gotta respect your universe. If you don't, you end up with shit like new Star Trek. I'm just saying.
Bro, Prey was fucking awesome.
Hold on. We had disaster. I'll be right back. It was good. I like it. I'm not saying Prey wasn't awesome. I'm saying the new content.
They just finished filming that Ready or Not, Here I Come, I guess is going to be called the sequel to Ready or Not. So that should be cool. Sinners came out on digital this week. The Accountant 2 came out on Prime, Amazon Prime. So you can watch that if you have Amazon Prime, which I watched it. And it was decent. I think the first one's a lot better though. And if you like Captain Morgan spiced rum, they got a Megan 2.0 bottle. I mean, how fucking stupid. Exactly. Not a rule, just a theory. Thank you, Two Gun. Thank you. Can't hear you, and I'm glad because you'd probably be hearing some shit.
Cat and dog conflict resolved without bloodshed.
Two Gun even said it. That's just the theory, not the rule. And Two Gun has read a shit ton of Predator and Alien comics. So.
I'm saying I know it's probably been rescinded in the comics, but I'm talking about strictly on-screen universe thing. But
yeah. That doesn't mean so for the fucking rest of eternity we have to have hot, sweaty Predator movies.
You don't have to do it, but then you better make sure your Predator's in a nice fucking spacesuit to protect them from the cold.
I'd love to get a movie like that like that one where it's in like a Viking era, any type of era.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But the space
cold winter.
There was space-faring race. You don't go out naked with just your force field to help you. You go out with a big suit on, you know what I mean? You put a spacesuit on the Predator in a cold thing, then I'm fine with it.
They do have suits.
No, they just got their skivvies, their little corn rolls, and a little skin tight job with a netting. That's not warm enough.
Well, dude, they probably run hot.
Could be.
Who knows?
See, the Predator would want to go probably to a cold place. It makes more sense for them.
Maybe.
Because then you see the heat of the body against the cold of the environment. Right. That makes better hunting type thing. But maybe they don't want that advantage, the Predator. Maybe they want the status quo. And it is true, and I said this, I noted this, not getting off a Predator tangent, even though we're not watching this movie tonight. But have you noticed in every fucking Predator movie, they get their ass kicked? Every fucking movie. Last movie, you got kicked by a 90-pound fucking Indian chick. This movie, two scrawny dudes kicked their ass.
She didn't kick his ass. She outsmarted him.
Well, whatever. Whether it's brain or brawn, why would they come back to Earth when every time they come down they get their ass kicked?
They're trying to redeem themselves.
They're 0-10 now, motherfucker. They got a lot of redeeming to do.
They sure do.
Maybe they gotta go someplace a little easier. I'm just saying.
No, you make up a good point with that for sure. I wonder what's going on with those fucking all those like hyper chambers with the thousands of humans that they have. And the girl from the Prey was
Well,
in the one.
well, I can always say that if it goes with the in-screen universe, they're just trophies. Remember, they take trophies from
True.
wherever they do. I
Yeah.
guess they're just trophies.
I guess so.
Although, whatever happened to just yanking out the skull and thing and steaming them.
Well, maybe these are the
belt.
trophies of the people that maybe beat predators,
Yeah.
and they came and got their revenge at the
Well, you
end.
think about too, if you look at it, if you watch all the movies, right, the predators in Arnold Schwarzenegger ones are pretty futuristic looking. When they showed them back in the Prey ones, they had like lesser robes and stuff on. So it's saying that there are different levels of these predators going through time.
Well,
You know,
definitely different.
so they're all a little different.
There's
you know.
different tribes and all that.
Right.
But
Maybe
yeah,
these guys didn't take the heads.
the Predator in the Arnold Schwarzenegger one, I don't know exactly what year that is, but I'm guessing maybe the 80s. And this one is back in.
Right, that's 1982.
Yeah.
A1.
And then Prey takes place during Native American times.
Right.
I mean,
And remember that Predator 2 was actually in the future that took place
right.
in the mythical future of 97 or something.
Right. Yeah, because they had really crazy pistols with huge.
Right. Yeah. Because that's what everybody has in 1999.
Yeah.
Surprised they didn't have a fucking few flying cars going around.
Yeah.
Whatever fucking happened to flying cars? By now, if you watch the Jetsons, fucking Jetsons had fucking flying cars.
Yeah.
Where are they?
I know. Yeah, maybe after watching that animation though, it made me want to go back and watch Prey, and that movie still is fun.
I thought you said you want to go back and watch the Jetsons. Watching the animated movie.
The Jetsons ain't bad either. But Prey is great, man. You liked it, didn't you?
Oh yeah, Prey. I like Prey. Yeah.
Yeah.
The new one looks good too, but the new Predator in the new one is a little funky looking now.
It is.
We'll see what happens.
That we're gonna be following a Predator from what it shows. Like he's gonna be the main character as the Predator. Like we're gonna be following a Predator, I think.
Maybe this might be a Predator woman. We've never had a Predator woman.
Well, no, there's supposed to be like an AI robot, and I think she's going to be following the Predator, which I think she's going to be like the talking point of it all. I don't know, but
then we got to figure out how the Predators gender identify, whether it's a he, she.
I think they're trying to world build with these Predators, right. And then obviously they have Watani AI robots in this one, so they're eventually gonna do an Alien versus Predator.
Right.
They keep talking about that.
Yeah, there's so much. They've had so many books and comics on with such a world, but they jettison all of it. So
yeah. Well, maybe this time. I mean, the guy who's doing it now, I mean, he nailed it with Prey, and if he can nail it with Badlands,
yeah, he gets it.
I think so. Yeah. So I and then I haven't heard a bad thing about the animated one. The animated. His name's Dan Trachtenberg, who's doing the new one.
Yeah, that's him.
But he wants to co-direct, like he wants him and the guy Fede Alvarez who did Alien. He wants those two he wants to co-direct an Alien versus Predator movie with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, maybe co-direct it might be, but I don't know. We'll see. That might not happen. That might just be like a thing. Be like, oh, that'd be cool. But it's good. The way it looks shot looks fucking insane. And I mean, Prey, there's some beautiful shots in that. So
what would you give Prey if you were rating it?
Prey, dude. Honestly, dude, I might give it a 5, dude. It's an.
I won't give it a 5. I give it like a 4.5. I give it a 4.5.
4.69 at least. I'll give it a 4.69.
I give it a 4.5.
There could
probably be
no improvement, but yeah, I go 4.69.
All right, cool, man. All right, so next week, what are we doing next week?
Oh, we still got to talk about House on Haunted Hill.
Oh shit! I thought we were talking about Predator.
Shut the fuck up. What did you think about House on Haunted Hill? Because you've never seen this before. I've seen it like one time a long time ago.
Now I'm all Predator. I only want to fucking talk about that.
I'm like so into Predator right now. I want to. You want to just wrap this up and go watch Predator?
Predator would be good, especially 1 and 2 together, like a seamless cut.
Yeah. Maybe we'll throw Predators in there too for a triple cut.
Well, you know what I was thinking about doing today? I think I'm going to check it out. I don't know. Can I do a seamless cut with House 1 and House 2?
I think so, yeah.
All right. I'm trying that next. That's good. And they'll be on Saturday night in a couple of weeks if I get a good cut.
Yeah.
I haven't seen those movies. Plus, George Wint's in the first one, isn't he?
Yeah.
We didn't watch the George Wint movies. So.
Great movie. Great movie. I grew up watching House.
House on Haunted Hill. I liked House on Haunted Hill. I think some of the in the original movie it started with everybody going to the house. This one had a little bit more of a backstory on the guy and what he did, but the basic gist of the movie is the same. This guy's, but a little different. I don't remember in the original one.
Twist a couple things.
In the original one, he was inviting all the wife's like friends and enemies or whatever to come. In this one, she had a list, but like in the beginning of the movie, it all changed like supernaturally, and these people for some reason they didn't even know were invited. So other than that, it's basically the same. They get these people; they have to survive the night in this building. In this movie, the building was a former mental hospital lab of Nazis from the 30s that were experimenting on people. And Jeffrey Combs was like the head doctor guy, was doing it. It was good to see him again. And then, I don't know, I think the original movie cuts back and forth between the different people a lot more than this one did. This one seemed to stay with Taye Diggs and the girl for the majority of the movie, of course. And then they were the last ones left. But it's similar. The wife hates him in the original movie. The wife hates him here. I don't think the wife stabs him. I think that's a little different. But what made the original movie kind of... what?
You're high. Not me.
What?
He said you guys are high. Not me. You.
What are you talking about? I'm giving this like in-depth analysis of the movie here.
Came out about Prey. I guess we're high.
Oh, wow.
Scarpad's high. Not me.
Well, I thought I'd do a review, but then I got high.
Continue.
I was going to watch Predator, but then I got high.
Continue. I'm sorry.
Anyways, now you got me off my train. Yeah, but the movies were similar. But I think the reason why I like the original movie better is it was more of your conventional haunted house, like this gothic mansion with the ghosts. This one had a better variety of ghosts. It was kind of, as I said, it reminded me of 13 Ghosts because of all the contraptions in the different rooms and the machine. The machine part of it, I guess just because the guy could build like roller coasters, he built this machine that could do everything, and some of it was supernatural, and some of it were down there was from the Nazis, and it wasn't quite discerned which was which.
Right.
But I still thought it was pretty good. But, the original had Vincent Price, and it had this haunted house, and people were dying. But this one is a clever updating. I like it better than 13's Ghosts. I think the effects are a little bit better. This had Nicotero and his company
K&B were
doing the practical. There was some CGI. It wasn't terrible. It was okay.
It still looked good though for today.
For that time, it still
was
pretty good. 1999
held up pretty well.
Yeah, and the theme and stuff was good. I thought it was a decent movie. I mean, I enjoyed it. I don't like it as much as the original, but I thought it was still pretty good.
Yeah.
The effects were decent. The acting was pretty good. I like Jeffrey Rush as the main guy.
Yeah, we get Jeffrey Combs in that.
Jeffrey Combs has a little bit to do. The girl, Taye Diggs was in everything, as I told you this afternoon. Back then,
yeah,
and overall it was good. I enjoyed it. These guys only made like a handful of movies, like 20 movies, but they made some good ones. Ghost Ship, this.
I was always a fan of their stuff. Their horror stuff. They did a lot of ghost horror movies.
And both of us have not watched The Return to Haunted Hill. We're going to probably check that out sometime soon. Maybe
they did a sequel like 8 years. This came out in 99 and that Return to House on Haunted Hill came out like 2007 or something.
Yeah, but overall, I like this movie. But it's hard when you've seen the original. You haven't seen the original, so you can't compare it.
Yeah, no, I've just seen bits.
But on its own, it's a decent flick.
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
What's up, Billy? I enjoyed it. It's not, it's not my favorite Dark Castle, but it's one of my favorites. I like all the Dark Castle like ghost horror movies. Even Gothica I liked.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Halle Berry one. Um, yeah, I think it's got a good cast. Uh, I enjoyed, the homage to Vincent Price. I think that was, done respectively well. Um,
And then the movie had a post-credit sequence, something you don't see often.
Set designs, that was cool.
We almost missed it, but we saw it. And,
Yeah.
the end is great when they get basically they're in hell together.
We watch the credits usually.
These two people that didn't want to be around each other now get to spend eternity with
Yeah, they fucking hated each other. Especially the girl loathed the fucking guy. That was funny.
And now they're stuck there.
Yeah. At first, I wasn't sure if the guy from Night at the Roxbury was gonna annoy the shit out of people. He was annoying for a split second.
The Silent Live guy, yeah.
It made sense why he was being annoying as fuck because he.
But that was his character. That was the same character he played in every one of those movies.
Yeah. But he toned it down though after that. It was like really just that one scene because he's like, I want to get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck how much money you give me. Which he ends up explaining that he knows what the fuck's going on and nobody believes him. So he was just trying to get the fuck out of there. He didn't really care. He was like, give me my money and let me the fuck out of here. So, but yeah, I thought it had a really good cast. You even get the girl, the blonde chick from Final Destination 1 and 2.
Right. Yeah.
She was also in those and this, so that was pretty cool, I thought. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I thought the set designs were actually really cool. Like you said, the house in the original one is more of like a haunted house, and this one was like it was so fucking crazy. Like the house, like it's not, you can't even call it a house. It's like in.
They said it was like a hospital or a mental hospital hotel.
The thing looks like a huge hotel mansion, and it's like inside of a mountain. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, it's weird. And then it's over
on like the Isle of an Island,
right? Which you don't even know until the very end, where they're sitting up on top that they're even near water.
It's in a mountain, but yeah, until they get till the end, and we were like, "When the fuck did they get by the ocean?" And they're like on the top of the fucking thing, which was crazy. Yeah, so that was weird, but I thought that was cool. That might be the only thing where I wish they just stuck with a haunted house, but maybe they didn't do 13 ghost shit. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they were just trying to be like, let's go all in and do something different, and not like do just like the run of the mill haunted house, because they were trying to like make it like a.
Well, both 13 Ghosts and this movie really remind me a lot of that Cabin in the Woods, where they had that odd building there that they get, go in the future that they go through.
Right.
Give you like a Cabin in the Woods vibe too, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I could definitely see that. But yeah, I mean,
I didn't quite get what the goal of the evil guys, the doctor and Jeffrey Combs, what was he trying to do exactly? I didn't get that plot too much, but
I understood that like the ghosts or whatever were trying to like bring the related people back to the place for some reason. I don't fucking know. Because that's the thing. The people that got switched are all related to the original.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. I got that much. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was actually a little confused on everything that was going on. So I'd have to rewatch.
And I wasn't even stoned when I watched that.
I wasn't either.
Maybe I should have been.
Right. You might have.
I probably understand most of the movies better if I am.
Right. I've never seen the original or the sequel. Yeah, I've never seen the sequel either. I gotta watch the original. We'll probably watch the sequel tomorrow. Me and Scarpet and I'm gonna try to watch the original at some point. I'm sure me and Scarpa will watch the original in the next week or so. I didn't want to watch it today or anything because I didn't want it to cloud my judgment for this review. I do and compare
Right.
them.
Yeah, I don't like to watch visuals. If I haven't seen them, I'd rather go into it blind
Yeah,
and
definitely.
see them afterwards.
Yeah, definitely. The I thought it had a really great soundtrack too. A lot of Marilyn Manson.
Yeah,
The Sweet Dreams. So I love that song. So I thought
yeah.
that.
There was a lot of like '90s alternative stuff.
Yeah. That was super big at that time. Super big. What would have been your favorite scene? I'd have said maybe those cut scenes of like Jeffrey Combs doing this like experiment,
Well, tapes or whatever they are watching.
kind of like the black and white stuff. Remember I was saying it kind of reminded me of like those like Grindhouse, like House of a Thousand Corpses.
Like that part that reminded me of a little bit is we watched
Which I House of a Thousand Corpses came out like around this time too.
a couple of weeks ago. We watched that Frankenstein's Army on Discord.
Right.
Those scenes in that movie a little bit, which that was a pretty good movie. I kind of enjoyed that. Two Gun recommended it, and it was different.
Yeah, that was something different.
Good steampunk horror. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, steampunk Nazi horror or whatever.
But yeah, that scene where she's trying to save the guy in the vat. I guess vat of wine or something. I don't know. And whatever red stuff was they fell into.
Yeah.
That when some of the stuff that happened to the probably when Jeffrey Rush gets it in the end. That was a pretty good kill.
Yeah, I did like too though when he like faked his death and he was like,
Right.
he's like, this is all fake. I filled the gun with blanks, bitch. He just like, dude, those
Yeah,
two,
she shivs him.
Famke Janssen or whatever,
Thank you, James. She's good. at it.
fucking hated each other. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
so funny. That was like one of the best parts, just watching them just like go at it. He's like, I hate your fucking guts. If you love me, even in the slightest, you die right now.
That's what was good about the ending. They ended up together
Yeah.
for all eternity. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was filmed pretty well though, man. I didn't expect because it's been a while, so I kind of was. It definitely gave me a lot of like Haunting vibe. Remember that movie, The Haunting?
Mm-hmm.
They were just coming out with so many like ghost haunted house movies around this time. So it's like when you watch it, you're like, oh, I kind of see this and I kind of see that and this and that.
Well, that's why all these movies though they were trying. They moved away from doing ghost stories because of all the ghost movies were always like in a haunted house.
Yeah,
so that's why they threw in some of these weird like machines and stuff.
Yeah, that's why they tried to do this one. Like
plus, too, that was right. When did Saw come out? 2000.
Yeah, 2003 or.
Oh, that was 2003. Yeah,
2001. It was early.
Yeah, it definitely gave me the vibe of like I said, those are movies, 13 Ghosts. There was always some sort of machine, a big contraption.
2004.
Yeah. But no, I enjoyed it. Rating wise, if I was going to rate it, I'd give it like I'm gonna say 3.5, maybe 3.75, 3.69.
Yeah, I'd be
3.5. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I'd go 3.5. Yeah. Who's your favorite character in it? Probably
the Vincent Price, Romaz, Jeffrey Rush. Yeah. I kind of wish they spread it out a little bit more. Some of the characters didn't have a lot to do, and it was mostly Taye Diggs and Ari Laster there. But
oh my God, this movie was way better than The Haunting.
I don't remember The Haunting 1990. Is that with Liam Neeson?
And Owen Wilson. I watched that because I remember really liking that when I was a kid, and I rewatched that like last year because Scream Factory put it out on 4K. I picked it up and I spent like $30 on it. I watched it.
Did you send it back?
Yeah,
I knew it.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. I mean, it was okay. It's not. The story is okay. The CGI is god awful. I don't know. Maybe the 4K maybe ruined it, but
That would actually be an interesting.
And nothing happens. There's like one kill, and Owen Wilson gets like decapitated, and that's the best part about it. The rest,
Well, the one kill that's still fucking one kill more than TK Batcave. Like, what was that?
Insidious.
Insidious. And nobody got died in that one,
Yeah,
or frogs. But
it
so
looks
at
like
least
Two Gun
one kill.
agreed. Two Gun gives it 3.5 as well. Wondered if Evan ever got a
But I
chance.
was gonna say that would make a good topic for a video sometime. Think about it in movies you loved as a kid or in the past, but now you hate.
Yeah.
And
Movies
we watch it going, "Wow, this was great." Oh man, that
hold
wasn't
up,
that good.
that don't hold up anymore.
They'll hold up.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think there's a lot of them, but I'm sure there's some.
Yeah, because nostalgia always plays a factor too. Some though you just aren't as good as you remember, you know. But
Absolutely not.
yeah. But yeah, so it looks like we have 3.5s all around. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it though, man. I quite enjoyed it. You know, definitely a product of its time, remake wise. But
I can tell by the VHS.
yeah, great. Worth a watch though. I still am gonna definitely be picking this up. I'm still trying to pick it up on Blu-ray at the Scream Factory. It's $19 right now. I'm hoping it'll go down a little bit more. I want to spend like 15 on it. You know,
I paid like 12, 11.
that's what I really want to pay.
That's about what it's worth.
Yeah.
About $12.
It is a Scream Factory at least with a 2K scan. So and the copy that we watched looked really good.
Right.
I mean, it looked great. Evan says a 3.25.
I think it's fair. I think between 3.25 and 3.5 is fair.
Oh, for sure. Honestly, we're probably being a little generous. That'd be an interesting list. It sure would. It sure would be a good list. There's definitely a few on mine that I always have that shit happen. Let's see, what are we doing next week? Oh yeah, next Sunday is gonna be Father's Day.
We're not doing it.
No.
You're a father, man. I'm not.
The holiday.
Yeah. Well, we probably won't do it on Sunday anyways because I got Discord movies. We'll do it on Monday again.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, but I'm probably gonna be busy, and you got the Discord up, so we're probably gonna be back next Monday again. But we're gonna be doing the Stepfather, the original Stepfather. I was debating because the remake of the Stepfather is really good.
Well, I don't own that, and I went to FYE and I bought a bunch of DVDs. They had the remake, but like.
Did you? Well, we're doing the.
I didn't buy it because it was like $8. I heard mixed things about the remake.
No, the remake's great.
No, Dylan Walsh. I don't know.
The remake's good. I love the remake.
That's one of those movies that I don't think they really had a remake. They really didn't. I mean, the original was different.
But it's good. And it brought a lot. I didn't see the original until I saw that. So
I love Terry O'Quinn. Is so good in that movie.
No, he's great. And I love both. I love 1 and 2.
Yeah, both of them. Except that's one of those fucking movies where the guy clearly died at the end of the first one.
Yeah.
And so I was alive in the second one.
But yeah, there's a Scream Factory for the first one if you don't have it.
That would be an interesting topic for a video. Movies where the character comes back after they've died.
Yeah, after they clearly died.
And we had so many of those.
Every
Animator.
Every Friday the 13th, every fucking Michael Myers movie would be on that list.
No, I give a pass those because they're the undead kind of.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm talking about the Reanimators, that movie.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, sorry.
So, yeah, I haven't seen that movie in ages, so I'll be. Yeah. I think I have a Plex, but I look forward to watching that one again. That'll definitely be a Discord watch, I think, when I watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Scream Factory did a Blu-ray on that, which I've been wanting to pick up for a while.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah.
You actually, you know what? They actually they came out with a 4K on that, believe it or not.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
The Blu-ray's a little cheaper now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be Monday or Tuesday. Most likely Monday, but yeah, Monday or Tuesday for sure. Like I'll probably be busy, and then Scarpad's doing a triple P.
Okay, the Stepfather is streaming on the Peacock. That
Oh, perfect. But I'm sure Scarpad probably owns it anyways.
I do not. I do not own that.
Oh, really? Oh. So did you have anything for show and tell you wanted to go?
I just have a couple things. Not much. Most of the stuff I done things. I picked this up at FYE. I've never seen this. Happy Death Day. Any good? You said it was good, right?
Yeah.
It's an A24, isn't it?
Blumhouse.
Oh, Blumhouse. Okay.
Yeah.
Yay, nay. All right.
Yeah, that's good. Groundhog.
I know they did a different one too.
Groundhog.
Yeah, I know it's Groundhog Day. Yeah. I have this. So I picked up this. This is a Scream Factory.
Yeah, I want that.
And it was only $12. So.
Yeah. Great movie. We reviewed that recently.
We did. I liked it.
Yeah, me too.
And then today I got from Arrow. I got my Dark City came out.
I've been so tempted to get that, but I gotta see it first.
Yeah, it's not for everybody, but it's a good sci-fi film. I enjoy it.
Yeah, when I watched the trailer, I was like, I'll either love this or I'll fucking hate it.
Dark City. I tell you though, Arrow is putting out some banging shit of late.
Oh yeah, Arrow's fucking killing it. I was hoping they were gonna do that Tom Savini, the Living Dead 4K, but I don't think they are. I don't know who's doing that.
I don't know who's doing it, but it's coming out. I would say the thing. And then the latest, another company doing it is Hammer, and this is the latest big box set called the Quartermass Experience, a British sci-fi horror movie. And
second one.
Actually, in America, it was The Creeping Unknown was the name of this. And it's a Quartermass Experiment. And they're actually coming out with the second one soon, Quartermass 2, which here was called 5 Million Years to Earth or Quartermass in the Pit. And I'm getting that one too because I love both these movies. But what nice box sets, huh?
Dude, those I just can't wait to finally get one of those because those just look to be able to hold one in my hands. Those look so
yeah, they're really nice. I enjoy it. Well, that's basically it for this week.
I hope they do I hope they start doing like the monster ones.
Yeah, obviously they're probably holding those out for. They know Bill's going to sell. They're trying to sell some of the lesser films now.
Yeah, this is the only thing I got. It's the little thing. My dad's buddy went to how Universal, they just did the that dark universe with the Universal monsters, like rides and all that stuff.
Yeah.
My dad's buddy went, and he paid like extra to go to like the early preview, like to be one of the first people to go visit. And he bought a bunch of exclusive NECA figures that you can only get at the park. He bought all these pins, and he gave my dad one of the pins.
Oh, that's cool.
Grand opening. But this thing's cool, dude. And you know what this is selling for on fucking Macari? People are trying to sell this for like $60.
I can't believe it.
Crazy, dude. But yeah, really cool pin. I'm hoping whenever I get my jean jacket and I want to, do all the horror patches and all this will be like perfect to go like right on the pocket. So really cool detailed pin. So I thought that was cool. I'd love one day to be able to go visit when do that Universal.
Oh yeah, see that, yeah.
That'd
cool.
Be so sick. But yeah, so we'll be doing Stepfather next Monday, count 4. No, Monday, most likely I'd say possibly Tuesday, but I'd go for Monday. And anything you want to throw out there that you got going on?
But we do movies every night on Discord, usually around 9 o'clock or so. We got Western Week continuing this week. So tomorrow, Hell Comes to Frogtown at 9. On Wednesday is a brand new movie called They Call Her Death from 2024, a brand new horror Western. Thursday, we're doing The Devil's Rejects. Friday, we're doing Ravenous. And then Saturday, a double feature to end the week. Tremors 4, The Legend Begins, and Ghost Town from 1988. So a great horror Western week coming up on the channel. So
yeah.
Stop by and check it out.
Always some good stuff.
Always read for more. Anybody wants to join.
Hell yeah. Yes, sir. So yeah, that about does it. some good stuff coming though. I can't wait for Superman and Fantastic Four. That should be fun. I hear that Ballerina is looking pretty good. I'll probably wait for that to come out on digital. And that Accountant too. I was talking that that's on Prime right now to watch for free.
Yeah, because it was an Amazon movie. So
I didn't know that. I didn't. Was the first one Amazon? Because they are.
no.
Think so.
Maybe the first one was too. I think it was
But
sponsored by him. You know.
yeah. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this month. I believe is 28 years later.
is it?
I think it's this month, July. I think it's this month of June. So yeah, there's definitely some good stuff starting to come out.
Yeah.
And I think Megan 2 came out this week too, didn't it?
No, that didn't come out this week. That comes out soon though.
I know. You saw that bottle there.
Yeah, I showed that off on the stream. There's gonna be a lot of stuff coming soon.
Right.
There's gonna be a lot of stuff. Fantastic Four, Superman, How to Train Your Dragon, Jurassic World, Megan 2.0, 28 years later. Megan 2.0 is 6/26, so at the end of this month. 28 years later is 6/19, so that's coming.
Next week.
Yeah. Not this week, but next week. That's cool.
I'll be seeing that.
Yeah. And Jurassic World Rebirth is 7/1, so yeah.
July 4th weekend.
Yeah.
That'll be a Zoom,
that makes sense. So, and Superman is July 11th. And
it's like the end of the month.
I'm so excited for that. I keep forgetting when Fantastic Four.
That's like July 25th or 26th.
July 24th. Yeah, July 25th technically, but because they do that day early shit now. Yeah, man, summer is pretty much here, you know, so so they're gonna have a lot of those summer blockbusters coming. So
there's a lot of good, there's gonna be a lot of good
digital
independent and digital horror coming out.
Oh, of course.
Shudder and throughout the summer too. So who knows? We'll a lot of that this summer too. So
yeah. So yeah.
Tomorrow, Wednesday nights, that They Call Her Death is supposed to be a decent horror western that came out this year. So, we're trying to work them in.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Definitely. So yeah, I hope everyone has a great week. I appreciate everyone coming and hanging out as always. And we'll see you. I hope everyone that's a father has a great Father's Day. Spend time with the family, hang out, and we'll see you next Monday. I'll count on for The Stepfather, which is on Peacock if you guys want to watch it, so you can tune in for the review. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace out, y'all. Thanks again.